Samsung has some history with smartwatches, and the Gear S2 is its latest. Both the Gear S2 and the Gear S2 Classic have the same specs but different design. The regular S2 has a more minimal aesthetic and a rubber strap, while the Classic gets a leather band and shiny black finish with a knurled bezel. Samsung has a selection of replacement bands, and the Classic can take any regular 20mm strap. While you can swipe and tap on the 1.2-inch circular AMOLED touchscreen, the bezel also works as a scroll wheel. It's surprisingly tactile and there's zero lag. Buttons on the side handle back and home, as well as calling up the app launcher. Samsung already has apps for Uber, Twitter, Yelp, Nike Plus and SmartThings among others, as well as several to control cars including BMWs, though the list isn't as long as Google's. That's because the S2 is running Tizen rather than Android Wear, though it'll still play nicely with your Galaxy or Nexus. Samsung says it's compatible with any Android device running 4.4 or above and with more than 1.5 GB of RAM, though certain features are limited to Galaxy phones. That includes Samsung Pay. You can make transactions with the Gear S2 via NFC, as well as show loyalty card barcodes, but there's none of the magnetic strip emulation the Note 5 has. Fitness is a key part of the S2, which is a smart heart rate sensor that takes more frequent readings the more active you are. The watch automatically figures out what you're doing, storing that in a 24-hour S health log. Charging is handled with an inductive cradle, and Samsung says the 250 mAh battery is good for 2 to 3 days. IP68 waterproofing meanwhile means it can handle 1.5 meters underwater for half an hour, but it's not recommended for swimming. Like the Apple Watch, there's voice control, and the screens on both wearables are bright and clear. Apple's digital crown may have met its match for addictive fiddling in the S2's bezel. Both are surprisingly usable for quickly zipping through the menus. Samsung still needs to demonstrate that Tizen has what it takes to engage with developers though. The Gear S2 and S2 Classic will go on sale in the US in October.